Drinking buddies. I am here to deliver another one of my famous lists. This one is going to be one I'm going to have to challenge the YouTube community to, and it's going to be the top 5 bottles of bourbon to drink this summer. Let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies, before we get started with our top 5 bottles you should drink this summer, I thought we would do one of my classic blend-offs. Whenever we do one of these videos, we do a blend. And for this one of the most famous blends in the world, this is Poor Man's Pappy. So this is going to be Weller 12 and Weller 107. But is it good? You know what, it's just not feeling right. I feel like I'm way overdressed for a summer video. That's better. Let's see how this tastes now that I'm more summer-fied. Okay, so it does have a grain barn forward nose. And cherry. Cherry for sure. I'm gonna stop my tasting notes right there because you should go watch my Weeded Bourbon Tournament. This will be the next episode. It's gonna be in the tournament. And I'll give you all my tasting notes over there so I don't have to bore you with them twice. But for every good list video, there needs to be rules. And rule number 1 is gonna be, hey, it's hot outside. It should be under 100 proof to be a crushable summer whiskey. Number 2, it should be obtainable-ish. Not allocated heavily, should be pretty easy to find. And 3, it should kind of have summer profile on flavor. You know, rye and heavily rye spiced bourbons are gonna be better for fall and winter. So I'm gonna stick with bourbons that don't have a lot of rye in the mash bill, or maybe even don't have it at all. Bottle number 1. I'm gonna begin with a daily sipper, a cheap bottle that just hit shelves. I bought this one last year and I still have a little bit left because it's a 1 liter, but they're $18.99. This is gonna be the Kirkland Costco small batch. This says Barton 1792 Master Distillers, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 92 proof, 46% alcohol. It's not as good as 1792, but it's basically half the price. Considering this is a 1 liter bottle and it's $19, and a 750 milliliter of 1792 is about $35. So it's a pretty solid bottle. It's a good summer sipper. It's not too hot, goes down easy, and it's cheap. Next up, we're going with yet another daily sipper. Why do I want to bring this one up? Because I have been seeing it at my local Total Wine in Tucson, Arizona. This was a unicorn in Arizona, but I think because it's been acquired by Sazerac, and some people on the internet have been saying that it's not as good as it was when it was owned by the previous owners, who I'm forgetting now. I think it was Heaven Hill. Anyway, people are saying that it's not as good as it once was, and so maybe that's why it's sitting on shelves. But in my area, at my Total Wine, it's $21.99, and once again, this is another 1 liter. And if I tasted these two back to back, I would definitely say that this one is worth at least $3 more. Both good bottles. The Early Times Bottled and Bond is better. It is excellent. And I know this may be crazy to say, but as far as cheap bottled and bonds go, I prefer this to Evan Williams. Don't shoot me in the comments. Next up, this does happen to be a bottle I talk about a lot, I know. But it's so good, it's so available, and it's a great summer whiskey. There's no rye spice on here. You get a lot of cherry and vanilla. It's 47% alcohol, 94 proof. Right in that good proof range of something that I don't mind drinking when it's 100 degrees outside. Makers 46, available everywhere. Next up, we are going to talk about a bottle that I don't currently own, but I have a sample here, and I will put a picture of the bottle right here. This is the Stranahan's Blue Peak. This is an American single malt out of Colorado. This is a really, really, really nice product. Affordable, under 50 bucks, great single malt. It is one of the better single malts I've ever tasted, which yes, does include Scotch, and I've tasted a lot of expensive Scotches. I really, really like this Stranahan's Blue Peak. It's really good. And I feel like I talk about Del Bach too much, or I would do that one. And the Stranahan's is really good too. Last up, this one is probably the hardest bottle to find out of these 5, especially, I mean, you know, I get it that this is kind of hard to find in some areas, but when I've been in Texas, it's on a lot of shelves, and now I'm seeing it a lot in my area, just sitting on shelves. And then this one is a niche product because it is only available at Costco, but you might check your local state laws because, example, I live in Arizona. It is illegal for a company to require a membership to purchase alcohol. So I can walk into a Costco and buy this even if I didn't have a membership in Arizona. You might check your local laws to find out. But this last bottle is kind of hard to find right now, but that's going to change. It's going to be a readily released product. It's just new, so people are hunting it, fighting for it, etc. But I am starting to see it appear on shelves. I have seen it sitting on the shelf at Total Wine, and you might check your local liquor stores, your local Total Wine, wherever you might be, because I hope I have the right bottle. I can't actually see in these glasses. Jack Daniel's Bonded. So far, this is my favorite new bottle I've tasted this year. It's really, really tasty, loaded with bananas Foster flavors, sitting at 100 proof. This bottle, I got a 1 liter here, but the grocery or the retail releases are 700 milliliters. But look for this guy. It's not expensive. It's a $30 bottle for 700 milliliter. You know, I got the 1 liter here, but man, I've definitely never had a list before where I had 3 1-liter bottles. That's crazy. But drinking buddies, this is a really, really quality product. It's going to be available everywhere. The Jack Daniel's product, which means their distribution, all 50 states, and many, many countries in the world. So you might be able to find this bottle in other countries. I don't know. But I know that Jack Daniel's is all over the planet. So Jack Daniel's Bonded, this is a bottle to be on the lookout for. Drinking buddies, I hope you enjoyed my list of my top 5 bottles I'm gonna be drinking this summer. Top 5 summer sippers. I am challenging Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans to give me their list, throw on some summer duds, dress down a little bit, give the 5 best bottles to sip this summer, and then I'm challenging you to challenge someone else. Drinking buddies, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.